Hey guys, Jon from DiabloSport here, doing a brief instructional video on how to swap an engine computer on a 2015 Jeep Wrangler, better known as the Jeep JK. This currently is the only method available to tune these vehicles, and it's actually pretty simple. It requires some basic tools. You got a rag here, a basic ratchet, a 10mm socket, and an 8mm socket. The first step of the process is very important. Starting with a 10mm socket, you want to go ahead and disconnect the negative terminal of the battery. Take your ratchet and your 10mm socket, and here's your negative terminal of your battery. It's real simple to do. Go ahead and remove it, wiggle the terminal off, and as you can see, it's completely off the battery. Now, just for safety purposes, place a rag underneath the terminal of the battery. This is so that you can guarantee that the negative is completely disconnected. The engine computer is real simple. It's right here behind the washer bottle. As you can see, and one thing I need to point out is there is an additional engine ground on the engine computer. Generally, it's going to be located on the top, furthest in, close to the motor bolt. Next step is to remove the two engine computer connectors. Hit the locking tab and slide the red clasp up. If it gets bound up, wiggle it a little bit and it will come free. Do the same thing for the second connector. Followed by, start with your bolts. They're 8mm bolts, just basically take them off. Now we're going to remove the PCM from the Jeep. Since all the bolts have been removed, just basically lift it up. What we're going to do is reinstall our Diablo Aftermarket PCM. It goes in exactly the same way as you removed the original PCM. Please take note, the ground is very important. It goes on the topmost, closest to the engine bolt. And start bolting it in. This way it doesn't fall out of your way. Followed by the rest of the bolts. It's always good practice to hand thread the bolts in first, making sure you don't strip them. Followed by the final tightening. Now we're going to plug back the electrical connectors. They're color-coded, so they only go in the correct position. Now that the PCM is installed, you want to remember to keep your original PCM in a cool, dry place, just in case you want to go back to stock or if you need to go to a dealership for any maintenance work. Now to the final step, we're just going to reconnect the negative terminal of the battery. Remove your rag. Position your ground terminal and make sure it's fully seated. Take your ratchet and your 10mm socket and tighten the nut. Wow, that was easy. The process took about 10 minutes and now you're ready to go. Basically close the hood, start her up, take off.